Alright, welcome back to another video that'll make your dick flaccid and your ass shoot out acid. Speaking of flaccid, these YouTubers gotta chill. They're letting their cocks go 12 o'clock for the whole damn block. So in the last few weeks, it appears that almost every single female in existence has gotten a YouTuber to wrongfully play chest across their breast. The amount of hashtag MeToo posts that has been absolutely Noah's Ark drowning my Twitter feed is honestly disgusting. Some of these people I even looked up to. Now, I'm not gonna list any names here. God damn it, Craig. Stop showing your Willy Whaley to Haley.
Oh, fuck, man. I had to fucking beat my dick.
But all jokes aside, if you didn't shoot out of Helen Keller's fallopian tubes, you could probably read the title of this video and know what this video is going to be talking about. Now, the person we're going to be talking about is one of those YouTubers or streamers that I personally enjoyed watching. Now, I'm not going to be biased on the situation, or he's not being biased, that's the first. Shut the fuck up. But I am going to voice my opinion on certain points of the Steve Harvey forehead sweat of a carbuncle. So if you don't know who Fedmyster is, aka FaZe Rain on Weight Watchers, he's a popular streamer with almost 600,000 followers on Twitch, and he also proudly has 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. Well, not proudly anymore, that's for damn sure. And he also is part of the group OfflineTV, which includes members as Pokimane, Scarra, and Disguised Toast, to name a few. And I say was for a good-ass reason, because recently Mexican Markiplier has been under fire. And no, I'm not talking about a little campfire in the outskirts of the terrace. No, I'm talking he has actually been atomic double-ignited cock-slammed off this earth kind of fire.
Oh, nigga!
A few days ago, Fedmyster got kicked from OfflineTV for being exposed of committing sexual misconduct across multiple women in the OfflineTV crew.
Is this nigga serious?
Yeah, that's right. You heard it correctly, folks. Fedmyster, out of all women to even go after, decided it would be a fan-flippity-tastic idea to go after his own team members, including Lily Ivani, which I believe is the manager of the Offline house. Hey, post-editing Briz here, currently having spaghetti noodles fly out of my ass, and I would like to apologize in advance for saying Yvonne's name wrong. Flick my dick and call me John Wick. I cannot pronounce names for shit, so I just wanted to clarify that. Alright, back to the video. And the legend Big Head Fed, the genius he is, even wanted Pokimane to get some of that feisty meisty. Now, honestly, this all just kind of blew me away at first, because when you watch Fedmyster collaborate with OfflineTV, he always seemed so nice and had a lot of chemistry with all the members when they would make videos together. Well, in Fed's eyes, that chemistry was way more toxic than we envisioned, and eventually his idea of chemistry turned into a damn Chernobyl wasteland. Now, you're probably sitting there more confused than the St. Jude patient trying to comb his hair and waiting to hear what exactly went down, so grab a bucket of chum and a hot, steaming-ass glass of Joe, because we're going to be taking an inspection of Fedmyster failing to show his erection. Oh my god! So from here on out, this is where it gets serious, because these situations are a highly sensitive topic. You know what else is sensitive? Fed's tip when he sees Pokimane. So the first allegation I want to talk about is Ivani's story, which I believe she was the first person to come out about this and speak about the situation. On June 28th, she posted a whole ass Harry Potter trilogy of a twit longer. So obviously it's completely understandable, but I'm going to show you guys the key parts to it. Alright, so Ivani starts off this goddamn shit shatters of disaster by saying, I want to start this off by saying Fed was the first friend I felt like I made at OfflineTV. He was very welcoming, and I spent most time with him out of everyone. He got along really well and quickly became really good friends with me. We would also go on late night food runs and watch movies together in my room since I had a TV. He fell asleep frequently there, and it became a pretty normal thing. Well, I'm pretty sure his dreams weren't dry, that's for sure. Man's woke up with the whole 7 whitewashed C's in his trousers. I want to pause it right there because Ivani said that Fed would always beat the sheets when they would watch a movie, but in a video response she made to the allegation, she claimed that there's a lot of red flags that she always ignored with Fedmyster.
Oh, that's weird. Like, why did Fed like sleep in your bed like frequently when you have a had a boyfriend? And that was something that felt very normal. It was kind of normalized as a Fed thing to do. He just would come into your room and he just chill in your bed on his phone or anything, and it felt super casual. And it was something that I guess it wasn't until I started writing this down, trying to like explain why it was like that I realized like, oh, wait a second. It was only the girls' beds. Remember, as I was writing this as well, I should have seen a bit of the signs where he did kind of push boundaries, or when I would ask him to not do something, there was always like pushback. He would take off his pants and just and then like, because it's like uncomfortable, or take off his jeans, and I was kind of like, put it back on, like you're not getting like that's not it, sort of thing. He's like, but it's uncomfortable. And it's like, so there's like pushback.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, you might just be thinking, oh, what if Fed just had to hit the hay without being gay, you know, and that's why he only slept in the girls' room. No, that's just completely false, and it's just fairly obvious that he had many different intentions planned with the female streamers, because nothing justifies you just casually dropping your drawers in front of your female friend's jaws. Now, if you're with the boys, you know, that's a different story. We can run Metro Park trains with the boys on the no homo. Taking off your pants around women that you claim to be your friends is just hella suspect. And just to make the matter flatter, she also told Fed multiple times when he had released the blue fleece to put his pants back on, but Fed had the audacity to argue back. And Fed, I don't know where you buy your uncomfortable ass pants at. You probably bought them at Justice when it was on a retail sale. But uncomfortable or not, it doesn't justify any reason at all to casually just take off your pants when she made it clearly obvious that she doesn't want you to do that. And after that, you try to argue about it. Like, no means no, Fed. You and many other guys need to learn that. If a girl just smiles at you, doesn't mean she wants your peen in her spleen. Just because you watch a movie with a girl doesn't mean she wants to make a movie, you feel me?
Let me smash. Please.
Let me smash.
There were a few of the red flags leading up to the downfall, so let's take a look into the night where everything changed for Offline TV. Ivani said, I was lying in bed with the lights off one night. The door opened and Fed came in. Drunk from coming out of that night, he crawled into my bed and lay there for a bit. Then he grabbed my hand and held it. I didn't move at all because I was so shocked. Then he brushed my hand against his cheek and kissed it after. This man acted like he's in a Shakespeare poem. Take thy head, my love, and join us on our quest. Sounding ass. I was still in a state of shock, trying to process what's happening because this guy's supposed to be my friend. He also knew I had a boyfriend at the time. Next thing you know, he stuck his hand inside my sleeve and touched my side next to my chest. Ivani continues by saying it was not a place where a friend should be touching me. I still couldn't move at this point, and in my head I was begging him to stop, and that he did. He retracted his hand and made it seem like he was sleeping. 10 minutes later, he woke up and said, whoa, how did I get here?
Is this nigga serious?
Well, howdy do, partner. Oh, holy hell in a flat rock water. What I said might have been a lot to take in, right? It might not seem that bad. You know, he wobbled his ass into the room like a Galapagos penguin, laid down, held her hand, and touched her side while he was drunk, you know? So I understand he was drunk, but it doesn't justify what he did. And with all the red flags leading up to this moment, it just canceled out any excuse. And oh yeah, silly me, I almost forgot. He did it again.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's right, only a few weeks later after he claimed that he doesn't remember what happened, he stumbles into Vianney's room again. The next day I went up to his room and asked if he remembered what happened last night. He said no. I told myself if he forgot, then maybe he didn't know what he was doing because he was drunk.
Wrong.
A few weeks later, I was lying in bed again, and he came in drunk again. He laid down next to me, told me that he was sorry for what happened last time. Does Fed have like an alternate personality when he gets drunk? Like, what is this, a retail version of Split? The main protagonist being a man with Pinkie Pie's pubes strapped onto the ridges of his scalp. Didn't say anything, and about 10 minutes later, he did it again. Oh, Fed, what are you doing, bro?
Fucking idiot.
Drunk or not, Fed knows what he is doing. He hinted his intentions when he was sober and expressed them when he was drunk. Towards Ivani, there's no other explanation or excuse that can back Fed up on this one. And this is only the first allegation that has been thrown against him. Another one which makes his story seems like a toddler's birthday bash is Lily's story. Lily is another member of Offline TV who, like Ivani, had a bad experience with Fedmyster. And to say the least, Fed was just trying to get silly with Lily. Now, originally she deleted her statement and then later came out with an apology, which in all honesty is just sad to hear. You know, you really have to up bad to make someone who you did wrongly apologize for your actions. So shortly after Ivani, Lily took to Twitter to share her story. Keep in mind, Lily literally just split with her boyfriend at the time, leaving her in a vulnerable state, making this whole shit shatters of a situation 7 shades worse. My relationship with George ended in May of 2017. It was not the best relationship, and I went through a lot of stuff during that time period as well. I went to an event and met up with Chris. Oh yeah, by the way, Chris is Fedmyster. Probably the dumbest disclaimer I've ever done. I apologize on behalf of my dumbass. I told him everything that happened in my previous relationship. Chris took it upon himself to immediately call up his friends. She talked about herself moving and grooving to a house. And after she moved in, Fed offered her a sponsorship in Taiwan. Lily and Chris flew out to Taiwan and explored around there. And one night they had drinks.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, you can see where this one is going. Fed takes 3 sips of Budweiser and suddenly every girl in existence turns into his appetizer. I swear, a beer can is like Fed's elder wand, puts a horny curse on himself as soon as a liquid touches his tongue. But basically, Lily goes on explaining, it was time to go back, we dropped our friend off and headed to our hotel room. I was very drunk and so was he. I tried looking for my hotel card key and couldn't find it. So he said just come over to his room, which is right next door. I went to his room instead and he told me I could rest a while on his bed. I remember the lights turning off and I remembered him taking off his his pants. And then I remember him next to me, legs and arms wrapped around me. What was my man trying to do, a finishing wrestling move? It was like that for hours. I remember his legs were hairy, and I remember how disgusted I felt. In the morning, he acted like nothing was wrong. I was confused. I messaged my closest friends at the time crying because it felt so wrong and weird. So Fedmyster is apparently trying to Brooklyn soft pretzel wrap himself across everyone in the goddamn globe. Just trying to imagine what he was trying to do. He probably looked like a wet towel getting wrung out. He would start spinning and shit if he got another leg around. And keep in mind, Fedmyster literally told Lily that he was in a long distance relationship and he was also engaged. And if that couldn't get any worse, he also had some altercations with Pokimane. God, he just never stops, does he? Fedmyster being the absolute ladies man he is, oh my god, just look at him go. He's 2 for 2, court date next Thursday. That's what I like to see. So yesterday, as I'm recording this, Pokimane explained why she was moving out of OfflineTV, and she explained Fedmyster was a huge factor of her decision to move out.
I felt the only proper and unproblematic way for me to deal with my emotions was to move out of the house myself. And I also want to quickly elaborate. There were a lot of reasons why I wanted to move out. Yes, Fed was a big pushing force.
So you're probably wondering what in the dick and balls over Niagara Falls Fed do to make Pokimane move out of the house. Well, apparently to Pokimane, she said that Fed would lie to other people that him and Poki were dating. He would also lie about multiple things, and she had many trust issues and fight over many things as well. And every time she tried to sort things out with Fed, he would completely ignore her. I became aware of the fact that he would lie about me a lot and create narratives of his own favor and insinuate a lot of negative things about me. This drove almost everybody away. It was baffling that I only just found this out. What does Fed have to say about all this? You know, what does he have to flap his lips about? Because the only thing he's used to flapping is his dick. Well, Fed took to Twitter and apologized for the action he has done. I want to start off this statement by apologizing for my absence the past few days. Earlier this week, some of my friends sat me down and expressed that I had on several occasions made them feel uncomfortable or uneasy. In light of recent events, this pained me greatly, as it was not and has never been the intention to hurt those that are closest to me. I fully understand the importance of having their voices heard, and I believe I should take a step back, give them some space, and listen to their story. I want to make it clear that my intentions were never to act maliciously or predatorily. I am flawed. I have issues that impede my friendships, issues with myself, but I am not a predator, and I never wanted this to happen. And you know, honestly, this sounded like a solid apology in my opinion. Better than making a video on his living room floor like every other apology video. Maybe he can follow the Caterino wave, wear an Alcatraz jumpsuit. All in all, it was a decent apology by Fedmyster himself, but due to how many people saying how manipulative he is, it's really hard to believe. Fed is trying to hide the full truth on what he did, which ties to my point of why he's being very manipulative. Now almost every member on OfflineTV has spoken about the drama, and Fed was immediately kicked off the team as well. So here are my final thoughts about pink-haired crinkle crotch. Do I think Fedmyster is a bad person? No, I don't think he's terrible. What he did was wrong, but I don't hate the guy, and I also don't believe his entire career is over. But this will have a heavy impact on his career. As we know, Fed is getting apparent help, but what stops him from doing the same thing to multiple other women? I hope Fed can change for the better, because right now I think he knows what he's doing is wrong, but he still continues to do it. I'm hoping he can steer into the right direction. There's no telling what the future is for Fed. It could be brighter, or it could be a black china camel toe of a hole. Time will tell what will happen, so we just have to wait and see. And honestly, I just wish the best for OfflineTV. I'm sure it's hard to move on kicking one of your most liked members. Anyways, I hope you guys slap a like on this video for your dad slaps. You subscribe and hit my vibe and follow my socials, all links down below. Try to help me get to 350 followers on Instagram, and also join my Discord server as well. We talk about all sorts of things, going from our favorite types of pizza to Dr. Phil's forehead fanfiction. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Alright bro, I'ma head out.